All right, good morning. It is December 6th. It's December 6th. My last game I recorded. I only recorded one game, and I thought I played very well. That game I had played a few games before I recorded, and I had won a few in a row. I ended up breaking 500, and then I got up to 523 in rapid. So I was happy with that. I still got, I didn't win by just obliteration. I got lucky on a few. However, the last game I recorded, I thought my thought process were clear. I don't quite exactly remember the whole thing. I think there was one, I don't know whether it was called an inaccuracy or I don't know if it was quite considered a blunder by the computer, but it could have. And I thought my thought process out loud was pretty effective, and I ended up winning. However, I didn't record my audio, which sucks, but whatever. So today we're going to play a few, maybe, depending on how this goes. We're going to start with the black pieces, a 546, so this would be a pretty good game. He starts on the side. I'm just going to go ahead and put my pawn in the center here. Let's see what he does. I don't really know any openings. I don't know any openings, to be fair. But he starts on the side. I'm going to put this pawn in the middle once again, and if he pushes it one more time, I'll just take it with the knight, I guess. Because then my knight's protected by my pawn. So let's just go. I don't know if I want to get my knight out yet because he could push it. So maybe I'll just start on this side. I'm not sure what he wants to do with that pawn. I think that's a very weird maneuver here. I don't quite understand it. Let's go ahead and let's get this bishop out. I'm worried I might be blocking in my knight if he pushes it one more time. I probably should have put my... You know what, I don't want to move my pieces twice, but... I'm still not sure about how to develop here. I think I should have gone here. Because then if he pushed that pawn, that prevents him from pushing it. Shoot. I don't know. Let's just get it out. I'm not sure I will castle that side anymore. Okay. He pins it. Yeah, I'm not sure I will castle even towards short side. I guess I'll castle long ways maybe. I'm not sure. Break up the center here. No, I still want to castle. Well, let's just go for it. I don't know what he's gonna do. Yeah, I figured as much. I can't. This is awkward. I should have put my bishop at the beginning on this square. I think that was my mistake. Is there any counter? Let's break up his pawn chain. I can't move my knight. My knight is pinned to my queen. can't leak my queen out to the back end and go for the pawn. That would be a good position. That would be a good tactic, I suppose. Or not tactic, but whatever. This is very interesting with these heavy pawn pushes. Now, he doesn't have his king castled, so I don't really know what that entails. I could push my f-pawn forward and get the bishop out, and that would activate my rook. But I think right now, if I play in the middle, I should be good. It says he's reconnecting, so could get lucky, and he leave the match. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because there's no really crazy threats. I don't like the pawn on the H file. I shouldn't have let it get that to that. And I don't know. I don't know how I should have played it. I think my goal is to stick to basic stuff. Oh, and he just left. Okay, let's review it here. I have a mistake listed. What is my mistake? Let's see here. Yeah, it wanted this bishop on this square. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It wanted my f pawn up. Okay, and then it wanted this pawn like that. Can you... Yeah, that's probably... If I hadn't... And there was no more moves. I either would have... I think I've either... I don't know, after... He probably would have done on that. Well, that just loses me a pawn. Yeah, so that wasn't very smart, was it? Hold on. If I did this, and he did here... I either would have went or here, I think, which would have been an accuracy. Yeah, this wasn't a good move. This middle push, and that's okay. All right, let's play another one. Okay, I'm playing. He's a 522, so he's 10 points lower than I am. With the white pieces. So I think this is helping me think more. I may think about, all right, he starts with e4. I'm going to try and go for Caro-Kann, which I don't know a great deal about, but, the way you learn is do, right? So he has his queen out, which is odd. I'm going to take back. I like it. I much prefer it when they exchange with me in the Caro-Kann. I think I have difficulty playing when they either push it or they leave it or I don't know what to do if they don't take me, really. So that's something that I could start to think about. My next move is going to be my knight on c6. That pawn is protected by my queen. Okay, well, he's attacking it twice. So I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing to lose it, so I'm going to protect it. That's okay, because that just helps me develop. That's not a terrible issue. And now my pawn is thoroughly protected. Let's get this out. Let's see what he does here. Once he moves the queen, I will probably just take the knight, depending on where he moves the queen. Well, it's regardless, I think. That's interesting. Well, he can take the knight with his knight, but I don't know if he will do that. Let's try and castle before I think about any moves. And if he pushes a pawn, I guess I'll move my. Not sure what that does. He sees my C pawn and my A pawn. I guess he's thinking about maybe he can't sacrifice anything with his knight because I can take on the D5. Let's just go ahead and go for this. Let's get the king to safety here. He might castle now. That's what I would anticipate. Oh. Yeah, wait. That wasn't, I didn't even, yeah, that pawn is, damn, okay. That's unfortunate. I guess maybe we'll trade queens? He just beat me up. That's a blunder there. I didn't protect that pawn. I should have moved my rook to that was rough. Just not good moves. Damn. Okay. So what can we do now? He's attacking my bishop. I can move it. Where should I move it to? I can move it here. Yeah, just no bueno. I'm thinking about taking the knight next turn because that would prevent him from castling. I'm hoping. Oh, if his queen wasn't there, I would have a piece. How can I get his queen out of the way? Well, I could go. Let's see what I could go here. Yeah, I'm not in good shape, but we're gonna continue it out. If we had traded, I don't know if we had traded queens. Wow, Zane just leaving pieces up on the board. I mean, good gracious. But he's in trouble too. If he doesn't do something with his now his knight is free, I believe. Can't take it with can't take it with a rook. His knight is free, I think. All of my pieces near my king are protected very well. I could try and kick him out of town here because he has to move his queen out of there. Which I'm not sure how he will. My rook is protected by my knight, however, okay, I want to get to the, Where can he go? He can go... I want to get out here, I think. Threaten his bishop. Can he do anything with... He can't check me. He can't check me. And now, if he tries to move a rook, his castled rook, my knight is in position to take that pawn. Should we just trade bishops? Because if I trade, he takes, I'll take. Then his king is kind of open. I don't know. If I take the pawn, then he'll take. And then I'll take the knight. And then I can take the, well, I kind of want, if I take here, he'll take, and then I'll take. And then what will he do? I don't know. I don't want to sacrifice more pieces, though. It wouldn't be smart to sacrifice more pieces, I don't think. I need my pieces here. So let's keep them on the board. Yeah, I don't think it would be smart to sacrifice more pieces. Ooh, that's dangerous. Okay. Well, he left his bishop hanging. So, if I take here, he could go here. And then I move my king, or I move my rook closer. That could be a move. Take there. He's going to bring his rook down. I move my rook back over. Trade, yeah. I'll move my rook here. Here. He'll take. I'll take. He'll check. I go down. I think I'm still safe. Don't know, though. You never know. You never know. He was up 7, and now he's down 3. So, I was told to never resign, so. Now I wonder if I put my knight here back, that's a check. It takes with a pawn, I take with that. Or I take with the bishop. That could be hairy too. Oh wow, okay. Let's just get out a jail free card here. Oh man. Okay. That pawn's protected twice. I think I have to stay defense here. No counterattacks here. Focus on defense. Focus on defense. Okay, threatening the queen. Now I could go here. It's one or the other, right? I mean, he can't, well, yeah, he can't protect that rook. I think that rook's a goner unless he completely moves it. He could go to e2, knight to e2, and then that protects the rook, but that leaves his knight out. really prefer... What's he gonna do? Because he's got both my rooks. He's got 2 rooks, a knight and a queen, and I have a knight, bishop, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm threatening many things in that move. That was actually a pretty good move. Except the pawn's free. Pawn is free here. And I think I'll take it. And now I protect that middle pawn twice. So now we're even on pawns. I didn't anticipate that move. That was a good move. I wonder if I can... I don't know what... I have to see if I can counterplay this somehow. I'm up 30 seconds. Can I go here? That sees both of them and still protects the pawn. I'm in an interesting position here. I don't know. He's probably winning, yes. Good move there. Protects his thing. Okay. I gotta try and play defense here. Got to try and play defense. How do I play defense? Maybe get my knight on e6 somehow. I think I'm going to bring my queen back over to the king on this light square, so I still see the rook if the knight moves. Oh, cool. FICO score went up. I'm up almost a minute on time, so maybe that I can play to that as my advantage. This is a good game. Oh, okay, so that just leaves his knight out, I believe. Yeah, okay. And now this bishop, or this pawn is weak. Very tough. Very tough. He's gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Can he check me after that? No. Yeah, no. I might take his rook if he doesn't move it now. Because Because he can't go up. My bishop, my knight blocks that square. And my king. He's on a dark square, so he can't check me diagonally. Or can he go? I mean, he can go here. Another good move. Should I push the pawn? I could push the pawn again. If he goes here, and then he can come. I'm not sure. I could kick him out. That's an option. Well, no, then that... Oh, no, that knight protects it. I think I'll push this again. Yeah. I can go here. And to block it. Now that pawn, that square's lost. Well, no, that square's protected by my queen. And then I'm threatening to take this rook. Timed out, lost on time. Wow. Whew, what a game. He wants a rematch. I don't want to rematch him. I think I had some early blunders, and then I'm very proud of the way I collected myself. Yeah, I had an early blunder. Played like a 950, 70% accuracy. Fairly well. I'm proud of this move. This was a good game. Helped me develop my knight there. Took back. That's good. Threatened to take the queen. Where was my blunder? That was my mistake. It wanted me to move the queen or the king. I was still trying to castle. I think that's why I moved up like this. But yeah, I lost my rook. If I had done this, this protects everything. Everything's protected. But I was, yeah, very good position. Just eat me up here. That would have been a good move. Did not see that one. Trying to take control on the F file here. Or C file, excuse me. Yeah, he castled, left his knight. And now if I took with the bishop, that would have threatened his rook. So then he would have had to move his rook. And then I would have, that would have been very good too. But still trying to kick out the queen. He protected his knight. Bad move and wanted me to take. And then what? What's the follow-up? Yeah. And then, and I don't know. Yeah, he probably would have done something like this. And then I would have just said check. And then he would have went queen here. And then I would have went probably something like this. He would have went here. Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, didn't do that. Went back. That one is... It still wanted me to take that, huh? I mean...
what's the follow-up there? Like, oh, then I win this rook. Okay. I did not see that. Because if I took it, then he would have just came here. Well, he could have came here, and then I went over here, and then he went over here, and then I went there. So, probably not the... I don't know, I just decided to go out that way. Left his pawn. See, I thought about this. That would have been pretty good. Yeah, I left his... They liked that? I didn't think that was good at all. Yeah, this sequence here, where the king was up here, it would have rather me push the pawn, which I ended up finding. That was a good move, because this e-pawn was protected by my queen. And then he just never did anything, because then, I mean, he could have moved the rook, and then I would have taken... Well, yeah, okay, so if I go back, how do I go back? He would have moved the rook, and then I thought I could have taken it, but yes, he's right, I'm pinned. And then, I don't know what he would have done. He probably would have quit then. Because at this point, I'm winning. Because, I mean, he went from plus almost 2.5 to minus 2.5 with that move. It would have rather him go here, which is a check, and then push that. I probably would have done that. Yeah. Anyway, that was a good game. That was a very good game. I'm happy with that one. I think that'll be all for the day. Because I got some stuff to go to do today. But yeah, cool.